Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a color cut crease look for you inspired by Stephanie McKinley at MUA on Instagram. So starting off in this video here, I've already highlighted and contoured my face and done my brows, and I've already started drawing the line for my cut crease. As you can see, I've also already primed my lids using the primer I just showed. That was the Balm Put a Lid on It primer. So right now I'm using a pencil. It's by Italia Cosmetics. The color is royal blue, and I'm just using that to create the line for the cut crease. I really love this pencil. It's my first time using eyeliners by them, and they're so rich and creamy, and the color is just so pigmented. Like, you see, it's really colorful here in the video, but just like in person, it's just amazing. It's awesome. I love them. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just creating the line, just drawing just a little bit above my crease itself. Just drawing a line there, and I'm going to fill it in and make sure I get that color really nice and rich in there. And if you're wondering what I used for my highlight and contour, it is the LA Girl Pro Conceals. For my highlight, I use the color Corrective Yellow, and for my contour, I use the color Dark Cocoa. So here you see I'm just taking a small flat fluffy brush, and I'm just blending out that line I just drew. That's going to make it a little bit easier when I go in to shade it in with more eyeshadow to give it that nice gradient effect. So what I'm doing here, you actually can do this after you blend in all the shadows and stuff on the upper lid, but for some reason I chose to do it right now. I'm using a paint pot. It's by Maybelline, the, what are they, Color Tattoo? The Color Tattoo Leather Edition and the color Creamy Beige. And I'm using that with it's actually a lip brush, but I liked it for this purpose, using that to clean up that line. So I've already drawn the line with the pencil, but I'm going in now with that to create that really smooth, clean line. So that's what's going to give it up, and that's what's going to cut the crease and give it that nice defined look. So now I'm going into my Coastal Scents 252 Ultimate Palette, and I'm using a royal blue color there just to kind of set the liner that I've already drawn my line with, and I'm using that just to make sure that the liner doesn't start to run or smudge after a while, which can be a problem when you're using pencil liners. So I'm just using that to set it, and next I'll be using a almost powder blue, it's kind of between a sky and a powder blue color. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm using that to blend out that royal blue to give it a nice, like we said, gradient effect. It's nice and pretty. You want to make sure you take your time blending that out too. You don't want to be able to see any lines between where the royal blue stopped and that sky blue starts. The same goes for this. It's kind of a white silvery shadow I'm using here, and it also has a little bit of a shimmer to it as well. You can use mattes or shimmers, whatever it is you prefer. This look I'm doing is not spot on to what Stephanie did, but it's inspired by, so feel free to play around with it, tweak it if you like, whatever works for you. So now I'm going back into that same cream shadow, and I'm using that as a base for my whole bottom lid there. And the good thing about the cream shadows is though they're fun to use on their own, they also make great bases for eyeshadow because they're nice and thick and creamy and something good for the shadow to stick to. And you can get those at any drugstore like Ulta or Target or anywhere. So now I'm going back into that 252 palette, and I'm using a soft kind of pale pink here. Kind of looks beige from where I'm sitting, but it's a soft palish pink, trying to copy the look that she has in the picture there. So I'm not going over my entire lid, if you noticed. I'm only doing the inner part of my lid, and then I'm going in and I'm dotting that shadow up underneath the wing on the outer part of the lid. The part that I did not touch is where I am applying the orange to kind of create that, I don't know, it looks like a sun to me, so to create the sun on my lid. And I'm using kind of a bright orange there. So you just want to take it and make a nice arc and then softly blend it out into the pink, not completely, but just enough to where it blends together softly. Now I'm going back in the middle of that arc that I created with a yellow eyeshadow, and I'm taking that small flat brush that's by Real Techniques. I'm using that to blend out the yellow with the orange, so again we have a nice smooth transition. What you don't want to happen is you don't want the shadows to have lines there. You want the application to look soft and seamless. That's what's going to make it look really nice. So now I'm just finishing up with a little bit of that same Italian liner on the bottom, and this is the final look. I chose to do a dramatic cat eye using an e.l.f. gel liner, and on the lips I'm using Inglot's lipstick in number 281, topped with a gloss by NYX, the Aqua Luxe in color Velvet Ropes. So that's it. That's the final look, and these are the products that I used, and they're listed below here. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.